Winter is coming to an end here at Puy Vidal. And with it, the countryside begins to stir with new life. We too are emerging from a season of deep reflection. This past winter was meant to mark the beginning of a 4-year renovation plan. One that would have seen the East Wing completely transformed. Instead, last August, we made a difficult choice. We parted ways with our architects and canceled the plan. At times, it feels like our principal challenge here is a push and pull between the desire to make progress quickly and the need to learn and gain experience over time. Both have their merits and both their drawbacks. Rapid progress often calls our name, as we have risked and invested so much already. However, more often than not, progress tends to come with areas ignored, truths skipped over, and realities non-integrated. On the other hand, learning and integration can feel quite slow, examining seemingly unrelated ideas and circling back many times to try to stitch them all together. France excels at this. It is a country of patience, of taking its time to reflect. Deadlines are avoided at all costs. We came here to get more in touch with the things that matter. And on the other hand, we are compelled forward by our vision of building a place to share with creative souls, a project which requires huge momentum, active decisions, and well-planned timelines. So now, after missteps, mistakes, and lessons learned, we are trying to find a new path forward. A way of making decisions together that doesn't fall too much toward each extreme. Though slower, it is giving us back creative control and greater certainty with each step.
Oh!
It's supposed to show off.
What are you guys doing?
Some Martin, cool. Yeah.
This is my 2nd anniversary of arriving in France.
Wow!
Specifically, about 2.5 hours from now will be exactly the 2-year mark.
Wow! It was not this warm when you got here.
Possibly not. This is a beautiful day. The sun is out, the air is warm, the streets are dry. I'm going out with Penelope. We're going to go to about a 2-hour ride with one challenging hill and a lot of smaller ones.
Oh, wow. Are you going to go to a mill?
Am I going to what?
Go stop by one of the mills?
No, we don't stop on the bike rides. It's too
Do a
difficult.
sightseeing plus bike
It's
ride.
too difficult. There's some issues with that.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's
looking
lovely.
forward to it.
Wow.
Bye.
Bye. Is she behind you?
She's around.
Great. Where are you guys going?
I don't know. Papa just takes me places.
Cool.
And he won't tell me which way to turn. He insists on me going in front of him. And he won't tell me which way to turn until like right before. And then he speaks so softly that I can't hear him. So I often miss the turn.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is so hot today. What is going on?
It's amazing.
I think I need to change my shirt.
Yeah.
You might be sweating.
I need to like have more sunscreen on. This is
Okay.
scary.
What you doing? I'm getting some seeds started early. Not early, it's February 23rd, so I'm kind of right on time. We're having some beautiful, sunny, warm days. so it's about that time to start thinking about the garden.
Wow.
And I failed epically last year on my jalapenos, so I feel a little more bold and experienced this year. I'm gonna try again.
Wow. They're beautiful.
Look at this. Look at this.
Well, you could go meet them in Martel and then go to the mill, Mama.
I don't consent to this.
Father-daughter biking. I love this. You finally have your biking companion, Papa. That's amazing. Is she strong?
She's very strong.
Really?
Yeah.
All because of spin?
She's rapidly gaining skill on real bikes that go on real roads and actually go someplace. But she has lots and lots of strength from riding those machines that don't go anywhere.
Right. Penelope started spin riding in New York and has kept it up here really well.
Yeah, she's quite the trooper. And spinning makes a lot of sense here because we have the cold of the winter and a fair amount of rain.
Yeah.
At least compared to San Diego, which was an idyllic biking area as far as weather's concerned.
I'm worried about my jacket. Is it too warm?
No.
All the other cyclists on the roads judge me for not having a proper gear.
Oh, really?
I
I saw 2 joggers out there with really nice gear this morning.
Yeah, there's a lot of joggers recently. I feel like there's more joggers like now than there was at any other time last year.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, you look great. Well, Penelope, it's the mill open house day, so if you and Papa see one, you should go in and learn how a mill works.
All mills?
All mills are open in Sharon, and they're doing like little tours,
Cool.
including Bunzak and Pranzak. Wendell, you know you're not going.
But he wants to keep up. Bye, little boy. You look very handsome.
I'm taking the sun on my back.
It's so pretty right now.
It's very nice, it's warm. It's warm in such a different way than if you put the fire on or any other kind of warm. I have an electric blanket, but it doesn't feel like this. It's just so wonderful. And then you get the cool breeze. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And all you hear is the birds and quiet. Oh, and you hear it crow every so often. Sometimes the goose and the cranes.
Yeah.
The cranes are coming back.
Aren't they storks?
Huh?
Aren't they storks? Or is that the same thing?
No, they're cranes.
Lovely.
And they make this huge bees. I hear that they're like a few thousand in each group. Yeah.
Great. Mama, imagine that for shutters.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Can we do that? No.
Maybe. Probably
Well, don't they
not.
have a red?
Yeah, they have a red. It's probably not that red.
That's a very
Wouldn't that be
red.
pretty?
Shutter color.
I would love that. That's kind of like a Lady of the Chateau color. We could go red. I would go red.
Really? If we hold on, if
Yeah.
we could go red, you would go red on the shutters.
I would go red because
Wow.
it's so medieval. It's like the medieval color. So you would like wind the clocks back on the chateau and really show how old this facade is. Whereas the light blue is just so much from a later period, which is also very charming and lovely, but I think the red would go like, da-da.
Would you grab that and put it against the,
Yeah.
just for giggles here
Yeah.
to see?
I have always loved the Château de la Rochefoucauld color.
All right, we're gonna put it against the wall.
I like that much more than these green.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. How about you put it just against, there you go. I mean, it's pretty darn gorgeous. Yeah.
Look, it looks pretty with the fountain.
Bring it on. Bring it on, Batimo.
Very nice.
Yeah, right?
You should put it down so you can step away.
Yeah, step away, put it down somewhere. So you, is it shiny like that?
Yeah, well, from here it looks great. Yeah, leave it there.
Oh, here's where you see it. I
Yeah, like
see.
with that, it's like so like Italian looking. So pretty.
Wait, gotta bring the camera over.
Yeah.
Aha! We're in Italy.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
So we could do this wall like that. And that.
What had these colors is Château de Sandas.
Oh yeah.
They had, remember their arcade had like orange and blue and red and it was super renaissance-y.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Château de Sandas is a chateau we went to see in 2019.
Yeah,
when
we
were-
toured it
we toured
when we
it.
were baby chateau hunters.
You were experienced. I was a complete novice.
But I'd never toured a chateau for sale before, and it was so exciting and thrilling, and I was so grateful to the agent for taking us seriously, even though I was 25 or something.
No, you were
27.
27.
And Carolina was like 32, and we must have looked like babies. But that tour really helped us actually wrap our heads around like a size and a shape that we could deal with. And actually, Puy Vidal is not so different from Sonda.
Yeah.
It's just Sonda was in way worse shape, like
Yeah.
way worse. We wouldn't have been able to have actual guests there for years.
They had tremendous outbuildings. They had probably another
Huge.
chateau worth of outbuildings. Yeah.
Okay, baby, look.
Let me see.
Let's look at it inside, okay?
That's beautiful.
Okay. Let me show you.
Did you label them? Good job.
You labeled them.
Oh, that was me.
Hello. Okay, here's our two cream colors that we're considering for the 12-room bathrooms. This is from Samantha, our Farrow & Ball color consultant. And she said we could either go one bathroom all in one cream, the other one all in another cream, or I think what I'm kind of leaning toward is the darker taupey color in our woodwork in the boiserie.
Pretty.
And then Dimity, is this the right side? Yeah, Dimity, which is a lovely, just kind of really clean, warm cream on the walls. Yeah, as you can see, we would have been in deep construction mode right now behind me at this point if we had gone ahead with our 4-phase renovation plan led by our architects that we were due to start last November. So like November 1st came and we were supposed to be opening up windows up there, opening up beautiful French door archways, just going to town on the whole wing, installing a heating system, separating the water lines, rerunning electricity, maybe even adding another septic tank. We weren't sure. And basically creating a really beautiful apartment for Carolina and I. And then on the bottom floor, creating a kind of multi-purpose office / storage room. And it was going to really help communicate from the courtyard out to the pool and the parking lot and the front entrance. And we're still really excited about all of those plans. But what happened was we lost all confidence in the way that we were approaching them, and particularly in the leadership of the architecture team that was in charge of the whole thing. So it was quite devastating to get 2.5 years into a plan with a particular architect team and pull the plug 2 months before we were supposed to start construction. But unfortunately, it took us to get to the very last second to realize that we were making a huge mistake. And we are so, so happy we pulled out when we did, because now this whole winter has been about reassessing, figuring out what went wrong, and really designing a new approach to our needs here at the Château and our renovations that feels a lot more within our control and really gives us the fun and the responsibility of going through every single minute choice and making sure it's exactly what we want, when, and how much. Our plan upon moving into the Château 3 years ago was to renovate 11 bathrooms to make beautiful guest bedroom and bathroom combos. But then we totally pivoted from that plan to develop an architect-led global reconfiguration of the Château. They had proposed 4 different phases, the first one starting with the east wing, the second one starting with our big central wing bedrooms and a little bit of the grand salon, the third one being the west wing and building out a really beautiful pro kitchen. And the fourth one, we'd come into the corner and build my parents a beautiful sort of house within the Château with a beautiful parental suite and our own personal kitchen. They were very hesitant to start to do such big, beautiful renovation work in patches without at least deciding with us what the future state of the Château needed to be for our business and our personal needs. And they said, okay, we're gonna basically come back to you and present 3 different plans for how to divide up the Château so that it can elegantly meet all of these needs and bring the Château up to a much more modern, functional, ecological standard. And this was so tempting for us, and we had heard so many horror stories from other dear Château owner friends about the patchwork approach and how many mistakes you make along the way, that they presented this plan in a budget that seemed attainable for us, and we signed on the dotted line. We were very grateful that they were willing to work with our business schedule, which we had interviewed other architects that didn't want to have anything to do with that and wanted to shut the Château down for 2 years to renovate to this degree. They were willing to come and do segmented renovations each winter for 4 years. And that was the only way we were going to make this work. We had seen their portfolio when we first hired them, and they really love and admire modern architecture and design. At the time, we felt that was not a conflict of interest because we were really looking for people to help us with layout and functionality much more than help us with aesthetics. But a critical mistake that we made as the scope of the project expanded so much is that we mistakenly thought we would be certain enough and grounded enough in our aesthetic taste that we could balance out their modern tastes. What became very apparent as we progressed is that we needed a lot of help in terms of choosing finishes, floor materials, tiles, plaster versus lime, just all this big construction material that is just at a huge scale in this project and is in the context of 800 years of history. We had no experience trying, failing, succeeding, testing, and we slowly became more and more aware that the architects did not have the time to actually hold our hands through making the choices. So effectively, we were left entirely alone to choose things in a vacuum and somehow communicate back to them what our finishing choices were without any kind of guidance or selection or even a list of suppliers. As has become very clear to us across our renovation exercises in France, there's a huge cultural disconnect as well between our American approach to timelines and the French approach to timelines. And we found it's very difficult to communicate with French teams about deadlines. They like to give communication in stages, so they'll tell you basically what the next step is. And we, in the United States, we're much more used to planning out all the stages in advance and talking about them and setting dates around them and kind of having a bird's eye view. And everyone here from, one-time electrician interventions to, our artisan teams to our pool renovation, which was a massive exercise in this, to the architect team, they communicate in terms of next step, only one step at a time. Maybe this is something that we have not cracked yet, and we don't know how to say the right things in French to get to the bottom of this, but whatever it is, it's a huge challenge and really blinded us in terms of when were we supposed to gather materials, make choices, and present to them. We had our fateful meeting in the end of August of last year, and we had 2 months to go before our renovations were due to start. This was a meeting that we were hoping to see a ton of work and thinking and quotes and artisans all lined up, all according to the budget. They came into this meeting. They had one set of quotes from a mason, carpenter, an electrician, a plumber. All of these quotes came out to a total of, I think it was 3 times the allocated budget for the East Wing. And that East Wing that was supposed to come to 250,000 euro was coming to 800,000 euro before tax, before architecture fees, with no kitchen, with no carpentry and flooring and doors involved, and many, many sacrifices to finish quality inside that we had not approved at all. Those quotes being 3 times as much as what we had allocated for that wing was the straw that broke the camel's back. There was just no way of turning that ship around. They had just surprised us with this unbelievably unaligned set of quotes to what we had been promised the entire time. We had investigated why the quotes were so elevated in comparison to the original budget, and there were 2 reasons. One was that we had off the cuff opted for a very eco-friendly, historic method of insulating the whole wing, which is this lime chalk mixture, which is beautiful and lovely and effective. And we had gone for it with no information about how much that would cost in comparison to fiberglass and plaster. And that one detail alone had added hundreds of thousands of euro to the quotes. They had seriously underestimated the cost of a great mason, great carpenters to do a level of quality that reflected the rest of the chateau. But the longer that we've sort of mulled over what exactly happened, we realized that in this whole project, we're really struggling between 2 different approaches to everything here, whether it's the renovations, the business, the way we set up our household, the way we decide to acclimate to France. And I recently read this in Ray Dalio's Principles book. He says that there's 2 ways to succeed at anything. One is being very humble and asking for help. The other is being very self-sufficient and learning everything you can about something and doing it all yourself. But he argues those are two different axes, like X and Y. And he says you can succeed at life doing one or the other, but you'll succeed much, much more if you do both. That framework that he presented just really opened up my understanding of this particular process, and honestly, in every endeavor we have here at the Château, I am now using that framework for proceeding moderately and maturely. So we're now, after 3 years since moving here, choosing to have a very different way forward. And that necessarily means that all of the projects are going to go much slower, because we're not only renovating full-time, we're running our business equally and full-time in parallel to all of our renovations. And so we're just going to slow way down and do renovations in chunks. It's been a long journey these last 3 years. We've flip-flopped back and forth several times, but we have learned so much along the way, and we feel like we're starting out a really solid middle path to our relationship with this Château and our relationship with our lives here as renovators, as creators, as retreat business runners. And this is really the reason we moved here, was, to exercise new skills, learn new things, express our tastes through this beautiful place, and make a mark that we're proud of on this building.
So we're splitting the 12-room bathroom into 2 bathrooms so that these 2 wonderful bedrooms don't have to share a bathroom. And so we are about 3 weeks into the works. We have a new ceiling height now. Walls are coming in. All the pipes have been cleaned up by Mr. Beau, who is wonderful. We've added new electrics, or he's adding new electrics. He's running new water lines, new evacuation lines. So all the evacuation from this area or throughout the entire Château happens on this side, the south side. So he's decided to run new pipes, and he's running a new pipe here into the other bathroom for evacuation. And so this used to be an old little kitchenette back there. It was really ugly. It had like rotten, this rug / parquet flooring combo that was just smelly, and the floors were rotten. So the first thing we did year 1 when Julie and I got here was rip up the carpet, sand the floors. We did the same thing for this bathroom. And so we left it like that. And then we've just been waiting to see if we were going to do a big, massive renovation. We were going to tackle this stuff first. But now, because we did cancel the big renovations, this is still one of the first things we want to tackle and create 2 bathrooms from. And one of the big exciting things, other than reworking all the pipes and cleaning everything up and redoing a lot of the things inside, is that we pulled up the floors. So we pulled up the old, beautiful parquet floor, which unfortunately in the bathroom was a bit rotten in certain areas. We asked our electrician plumber combo to insulate underneath. So they went in between the wooden joists, cleaned everything up because it was really messy and gross and had a bunch of gross stuff in there. Insulated with floor / thermic insulation, and they fixed that. They went in and fixed all the beam work, all that stuff, and then they laid down brand new parquet floor. They managed to replicate the same 5mm size that we have all around the Château. So anyway, we have 5mm, which ends up being about 2-inch planks in the bathroom. It's going to be treated, sealed, and hopefully we're going to find a very similar color so it could just go beautifully transition from the bedroom to the bathroom. And yeah, we're going to have beautiful brand new floors in the toile room. And a lot of areas in the chateau we're going to be able to redo because for one, we need to pull floors up to put in some sound insulation. Two, some areas have just really bad parquet that has not been treated in a while and it just needs a replacement. So we're super happy. We're learning a ton in this renovations. The floor is a big one. And yeah, once we finish up here, I think we're gonna go upstairs if we have enough time to work on the pavilion area and do the pavilion bathroom, which is the bathroom Julia, Maruka, and I used to share, and then create a tiny little bathroom, attic bathroom for another mystery room that we have somewhere upstairs. And if we get all of that done before the season starts in 3 months, knock on wood, we'll be able to have something like 8, 9 bedrooms to rent out for our retreats, which is wonderful because we up the bedroom count for the Lady of the Chateau. Guests can stay on site and not have to stay off site up the road or in different areas. And yeah, we just keep working to expanding the Chateau bedroom count for our guests, which is wonderful. So overall, we're learning a lot by doing this big gutting of this bathroom and adding a second bathroom. We're learning a lot about, how to clean up behind the walls and under the floors. And basically, we're learning what it means to have actually, if we had proceeded with the big renovations, we're learning that we can actually do that sort of cleanup work at this scale, at this size, bathroom by bathroom, room by room. So we're super excited.
So we just got in a couple of wallpaper samples from different brands that we're finding through the site etoff.com. And it's kind of a repository of all different brands and vendors all over France and Europe, really. So I've been really waiting for this chinoiserie garden one because I really think it's beautiful. Okay, they sent us 2. That one's lovely. And I love the pink one. Look at this. Love this. And I'm really loving these 2.
Yeah, me too.
I know these were the ones you picked out. I think this is gorgeous. And then guess what I just saw? Flipping through the Lobron catalog, which we love. And when we first got to France, I thought of this as like a scammy company because they took antique looking things, made them new, and then charged a lot for it. But now that we've bought a lot of old things, we really want new things that look old so that drawers actually work.
Right. We actually understand the appeal of modern. So yeah, these are the wallpapers. I had seen an image, and I don't think we have the image of the first ones that I saw. I have it on
the Pinterest.
I have it in Mila notes.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the paper. Let me show you the paper. It's really beautiful. You see the scene here. So it's very soft tree line, and I imagine the bed would be somewhere here, and you're surrounded, the whole room, all 4 walls, or in this case more like 5 or 6 walls because there's angles, would be like this. And then you see the actual print. It's very soft. Can you see it?
I think if you put it on the table, and
Yeah,
there you go, that's beautiful.
yeah. It's not any one deciphered leaf or anything, so it makes for a very soft feeling.
Beautiful.
There's this other one that's also, this is a creamy version of the same one. And I'm not as sure as this. I think we could go with something else, but it could also be very beautiful. So you see the scene here, and then you see the actual, yeah, that's better.
Shadows. Lovely.
Yeah. Well, I think this could work instead of this one, putting something like this in the other room.
Ooh.
And that way they wouldn't be exact copies of each other.
So this winter, we are tackling 2 separate areas of the chateau and really upgrading it to a permanent standard. Our first project is to take the old grandparents' suite and take the kitchenette and bathroom that had existed there and make it two separate bathrooms. Make it two separate bathrooms with a shower, a toilet, and a sink. Simple, but really beautiful, really tasteful. So that's gonna give both bedrooms their own bathroom, which we haven't had this whole time. And then separately, we're going all the way up to the pavilion area, we call it, because there's this square tower in the corner of the chateau, and it was added on or expanded in the 1818s, and they called it the pavilion. And so it's the area that Mama and Carolina and I have been sharing and sleeping in for the last 2 seasons approximately. And it's actually really lovely. And so we're deciding to finally move out and create a really beautiful guest space there. And it currently looks like a little kid kind of turn of the century decor. And we're ripping all of that out to make a really spacious, luminous, lightweight feeling. And we're entering our fourth running season. And so finally we're kind of reprioritizing.
Right. And also, for me, experiencing the different rooms in the chateau has been very important. I've stayed at the toile in both sides of the 12 rooms. I've stayed in the king room. I've stayed in what's supposed to be my bedroom on the first floor, which is now the suite Wasson, and we've rented it out, and upstairs.
Yeah, you've moved around the
most. And I
think.
think I also did once in the other side, the west wing, one of the bedrooms. And to know the level of comfort, the pressure of water, to really experience it, I know what it feels like to stay in those rooms. And I think it's been really important to me. And then lastly, with all this renovations, I'll be able to move back into what's supposed to be my area. And Roberto, my husband, will be able to move up there too, and we'll have a private apartment, which we've been looking forward to because he's been way at the bottom of the pavilion and I've been way at the top. So now we'll have a consolidated, beautiful area.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm choosing some of the furniture and bookcases and desks so I can have my own living space.
Yeah, that's part 3 of our winter project. And we might not fully get to finishing your bathroom, but you are moving
but
back
I'm already
into your
thinking
area.
about it. Yeah, which is great. Yeah.
Hello. We should do a detour to the Grand Salon. Okay. Woo. That's pretty. That could go. Wow.
Yeah, that could be very pretty. So I'm thinking
Just
this
little entry.
this whole wall,
Yeah, that could be really.
and then it could even be up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else,
just cream.
we just do cream and some of that.
There you go.
Now, this is actually a very good test with the other paper.
Here you go. Okay, this is the before.
This is the old one.
Before. And
It's
this
just
is the
too
after.
small. It's like
Yeah.
the little tiny
It was
print
very,
makes
it was
everything-
very busy.
It's like,
Do that again, Maruka. Put it up.
that's weird, like a
I think
beehive
it's cool.
versus like a big, large scale, vibey,
Yeah.
more like Italian villa look.
Well, yeah, they weren't looking for that. They were looking for modern and
Look, this literally blends into
Oh.
the current texture.
beautiful. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go see. Oh, let's.
Wow, you guys have a lot of samples.
And we're only getting started. Where's our yellow one?
I don't know.
For what? I don't know if it was the only ones. I think it might have been the only ones.
So what does the camera woman say?
I get an opinion? Me, the lowly crew?
Yes. And it would be different. Excellent. Well, and imagine this tree much bigger. Yeah, that would work.
I know, but where's okay, not the
Wait,
beige.
that's not the one. Yeah, that one.
You think this one?
It could be the beige. Where's the curtain? Oh, really nice.
Cream light.
It's kind of like the color you guys chose for in there.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. This is lovely. You know the thing about this, Julia, is that people do put this in bedrooms a lot. This is what I like about this, that it's so shocking. You come in, it's like, wow. This tree over there, and then it goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think that's probably the whole print. So that whole thing could be like this whole wall, and then
Yeah.
we'll just repeat it in the back.
Yeah.
We need to be done with these rooms by mid-May.
Yeah.
It's end of February now. We need to order everything because it's going to take us a while to install this and then
Yeah.
build all the furniture. So we still have like 3 months.
I think we could do it in a month.
March, April, May.
If we were going head on, we could do it in a view. I have a view of the fields here, the river, the Bondiet River, the maze. So, yeah. And they can't see me.
Walk through there.
Oh, we're gonna go, okay, the restroom. Ooh. What a good opportunity to pick a cream in here. I've been wanting to do like a gold.
Oh, wow, this room really needs
Just a
painting.
little bit more.
That'd be very nice.
That'd be nice.
Very nice.
I just want to pump the gold. That's really pretty.
It looks like
Look
stone.
at this.
It's a stone color.
It doesn't read on camera, but boy, is it pretty. Oh, there it is, and that's like that.
Sorry.
Other way, towards the light. Yeah, there you go.
Very
a little bit
nice.
like that. Now show the.
Let me show
the
you.
It's
name.
amazing how different it is from here. I would think it's the same one. Look. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
There's just like a little bit of a tone just to give this
Yeah, it just
chimney
catches
like
some of it, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be beautiful.
I-
Yeah, it's not like an
Beautiful.
overcharged room. It'll still feel enormous with this, just more like
Beautiful. Gorgeous. This is where I was thinking that there could be like a glass here.
do over here, okay? Right here.
Okay, so I want this lamp over there. And he can have this one.
I just add on yellow.
Yeah, I do.
So, believe it or not, we're coming back to this room now that Mom is officially moving in permanently, and we're thinking of redecorating again.
Yeah, to my defense, we were doing it all in a rush just to get it done for guests, something nice. And I remember Julia asking me, it's a little shiny, what do you think of that? And I went, let's just do it. And we did, and we put out the paper, it was good. Matching it to the wall, it's a very hard thing to do. Very, very hard. If
Kind
you-
of the other green.
yeah, and the one they suggested there just didn't match well. So it took a long time to do it.
Yeah.
But originally and always, I have loved that white and yellow, just warmer colors. I know green is very soothing. Penelope loves green. To me, the warmth. I need warmth, I need light, I need happiness.
And now that it's your permanent room, you want it to be what makes you happy and not just something that's pretty.
Yeah.
get, or what I mean is like cover up that ugly.
Because she was calling it the bee room, and we didn't want people thinking that it was infested with bees.
Let's go see it in there.
Well, we called it the bee room because there was a giant bee in there one time.
Yeah, but I forced Julia
And then I
come
wanted
up
to
with
do a
different
bee move.
Okay. All this time she's been calling it the rose room. I just walked in and
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
not me.
rose in there. It's gray.
I know, it's kind of
Everything else but the wall is a little too cool. Alright, ready? Okay. Oniba. Okay. Hi, cuckoos.
This is our rose room. Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, really pretty. I think it'll be soft and lovely.
Beautiful.
Not work this
It's same
for the baseboard.
idea.
beautiful.
And that'll be drenched.
Voila!
Oh my gosh, we've been looking back and
That's
forth.
nice. It's a little more peachy than this. Like it's not quite
Yeah,
as
yeah,
brown,
yeah.
but
Because
it's nice.
because this has texture in it. It has little bits of
So look,
other color
I mean,
on
if
top.
we'll just look at like it could just all be lovely warm.
Yeah. If you really wanted
what
to
is
blend,
this?
you want to get some of this color.
Pink cup.
See that?
A charming mid-tone pink, inspired by the summery fruit cocktail of the same name. Pink cup has a luminous quality that creates a warm and charming room. Or regular. Well, that's not bad. Not bad.
Fabulous. Thank you guys.
Beautiful.
Pharaoh's white and easy.
Definitely
white.
the right thing.
Look, that would be nice. Like, we have a plan for this room.
We do.
I
No,
think
I
we have
really
a
love
plan
it.
upstairs. I'm not completely sold on the cream one, but we're sort of close. We're sold on the green one.
Right.
We're sort of sold on the curtains. We're sold on the king room one. I think I just want to test that, and then we
Yeah.
can maybe get less to paint it.
You can help him.
I know, but there's just a lot to do, so maybe we need several people painting in different directions.
Yeah.
If we're doing this, if we're doing the king room,
Do you know
we
if
have the
he,
12-room bathrooms, we have
do you
upstairs.
know if he does wallpaper?
Probably, yeah. Although I quite enjoyed the wallpaper installation.
So did I.
I'm looking forward to doing more.
Okay.
Okay. Mama? Is she drinking red wine?
Aruka, will you join us with red wine? Will you be having red wine with us?
Mmm.
What's great about living in France can be what is considered a down part of living in France, which is everything closes on Saturday afternoon. It's not open on Sunday except for some markets. But no stores, entertainment goes down, but you can go to the restaurants. But then you make your own. Then you go, let's have movie night. And let's make stuff we don't make during the week that's really special. Let's make things like hot dogs and pizzas and hamburgers, or in this case, chile rellenos.
Is that what you're making?
Yeah.
How many are there?
They're kind of
Is
peppers.
there enough for
1,
me?
2, 3, 4, 5,
I was
6.
already offered some.
You were? I did not know about this.
Yeah. Can you separate? There's the white ones were over there, or no, it's the other ones.